Button is depressed. Because we're depressing. Alrighty. Let's do this thing. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned. It is
That's
Friday
right.
here in Shroud.
Rock Awesome Friday.
Yeah. And let's just say giveaways are open on both streams. Hopefully, if you want to get in on the streamer bundle, it is going to be ! Bundle me on twitch.tv/NBNN news and twitch.tv/ZenAssist. If you want to get in on the Steam Key giveaway, you can always ! I love free shit on Laz's side, or pound the bootay on my side. Because, hey, gotta pound the bootay occasionally.
Everybody wants to pound a little bootay. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Or should I say, have their bootay pounded, depending on whether you're the pounder or the poundee.
Yeah, it's all good.
And Tina, I must agree with you. That's why that's there, is it just trailed off at that certain point in the song, and it was just, had to leave the giggle in there. Of course,
Hmm.
I played for y'all the video the other day, and again, it's pinned in our Discord if you want to go actually see it live. But it's real cute. And fish and
Yeah.
chips, huh? Tina's having lunch during lunch with Laz and Jack. So welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Fruck Awesome Friday, December 6th, 2024, right here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. 2 weeks left officially in our year, not the year, is for broadcasting purposes, and the year comes to a close. We've got hopefully new and exciting stuff to explore come the new year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But
Yep.
meanwhile, whelming and underwhelming news,
Oh.
as always.
I like how it's not overwhelming. It's just whelming and underwhelming. Because you have to find the right amount of
Well,
whelm.
but we do have some interesting things to talk about, and I don't know, where do we want to start today? Want to start with somebody who thinks the game is causing them problems, or do you want to start with some wish list items?
Well, let's go with the game causing problems.
The game causing
Um,
problems.
so Deuce Blackheart is getting some CPU overheating issues. And he says, "Hey there, it's unusual for me to post here, but I'm doing so after I had to cut a stream short by a significant amount. I've basically been panicking as I had a blue screen of death while streaming, which has never happened, and my CPU was overheating during play. I was solo doing nothing very intense, but it seems Unity was pulling so much that I had a core temp idling around 80 to 90 degrees centigrade.
Celsius.
This is not good. So I did a little cleaning up, which didn't seem to affect much, but I tried booting up Warframe and it idled around 60 degrees centigrade. I don't know what is going on, but it seems the game is pulling way too much power, and I have no idea why. This is only happening with Shroud. I have other Unity games that aren't pulling this much. So is there any advice on this, or is this purely a code thing that's causing the issue?" Scan for.
Well,
With
first
the
off,
observation.
he doesn't use any bug information to let us know what his
Well,
CPU is, how much memory he has, what his
but
process.
but
Yeah.
but what was this actually posted in the bug forum, Les? No, it
Was it?
wasn't.
Yeah, it's not a bug.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, good
No,
point.
it's not a bug. So yeah, that rule is not applicable.
Well, if you want some help, the information, and we'll get into that as we delve
Well,
into this topic a little deeper.
for one, what version of Unity is Shroud using?
What, 18?
18.4. Yes. What style of video card came out after? And who actually had a problem with a Titan video card?
Well, I did. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Specifically an RTX video card.
Well, your Titan wasn't an RTX because RTX hadn't come out yet.
I don't know about that. Let's take a look real quick. I thought Titan was an RTX.
No, it was part of the GTX. You had a GTX 12. No, wait, or was it 10?
You're right.
Which model?
GTX. Yeah, it was a 10.
Yeah.
Titan X.
Yeah.
Super clocked.
Yeah. But Scanforward says Shroud is a very CPU bound game. It's always been a bit of stress test for your CPU and its cooling system. Essentially, it means that your cooling system isn't able to handle the system running flat out. A good way to test this is to run the Prime 95 program torture test and see what happens to your CPU temps whilst doing so. When you say idling, what exactly do you mean? While the game's running? Idling is usually taken to mean while the CPU is not really being used, i.e. a game is not running. What type of system do you have and what kind of cooling does it have?
All pertinent questions.
Yes, all pertinent questions, and I'm doing this for his answer. Pretty standard air cooling fan. I'm talking while the program is running, doing nothing but rendering the environment of the scene. My base in Warframe has some stuff in it, and I run that game on high detail. If Shroud is going to murder my PC, I may have to take a long break until I can afford to replace my cooling system, which sucks as I do like streaming it. Conjurer's advice, parts of it I don't entirely. There has never been an RTX Titan. Yeah. Well, I knew his was a GTX based off of
there
a long time ago
RTX
because
Titans. You're reading that wrong.
Followed by the correction, has never.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I did not read the second line. Never mind. Never mind. Shut up, Laz.
Yeah. Have you checked there is no dust in the case that needs to be removed? That the inhale and exhale slits of the case are free and not closed from dust. There is no dust in the ventilator fans of the case. That you did not choose an option in the BIOS to slow down your ventilation fans to have less noise, which would mean less cooling. That your system fulfills the minimum, better the recommended system requirements for Shroud. That of the cores of your CPU all share the burden, and not a single one does all the work. There is an option for very old games to use one core for compatibility program reasons. So all of this air stuff at the top, I would not say is pertinent to his case. What we really need to decide is, hey, is your computer less than 6 years old and possibly have a very modern and very high-end video card on it? Because we have noticed that lots of video cards have had problems with Shroud of the Avatar.
Yeah, if you took like an old, fourth generation processor and threw in a 4080 on top of that, you're really not going to see much just because you think you upgraded your video card. If anything, that video card's probably going to be pulling a lot more power through your CPU because, again, CPU bound.
Yes.
What's up, CC?
Yes. And then, which program did the major load of the CPU overheating? Well, based off his comment was Shroud of the Avatar. That you were not running out of hard drive space. What? That wouldn't cause... Would that... Running out of hard drive space cause CPU fan to spin... Or all fans to start spinning out of, super fast?
I don't think in today's environments that would happen. I believe in the older environments, if you didn't have the hard drive space, then it would use memory swapping, and then it would, put that burden on your chips. But
And what kind of modern graphics card doesn't have a separate ventilation fan? Oh wait, onboard video wouldn't, but everything else does. These Blackheart,
can you really run Shroud on a onboard video card?
Yes, you can.
Not enough to stream.
I'm sure you can, as long as it's a newer one. But this is start of the problems with Deuce. It's the same PC I've used for years on stream. I was checking in case there's something in the background that's changed. If Soda's latest patch is eating more CPU, then I can't play and stream. Possibly not even play. I did clean things. I said as much in my first post. Deuce, where are you at? Come join us in Discord so that way we can talk about some of these things. To test to make sure it's Soda causing problems, please decrease graphics mode in Soda's options menu and run it again. If it's better, you could run this like this until you get a chance to upgrade your cooling system. If you get the overheating again, look for other programs that might be taxing the CPU or GPU.
Like 300 Chrome windows open in the background.
As Alley-Oop says, there's been no major behind-the-scenes change that would affect how much the CPU is being used, and if there had been, other people would be reporting it as well. What can affect that, aside from the good tips others have listed above, is driver changes on your PC. Have there been any recent system updates or separate driver updates that match the timing of the changed performance? Allie, we could qualify that we haven't updated Unity since like 2019.
2018, you mean?
No, well, 2018.4 didn't come out until like 2019. That's the last time they patched that shit. I've run a scan that didn't find any drivers not working as intended. I'll try nuking the quality of the game and see if that helps. But if that doesn't fix it, I can't really stream, which sucks. Needn't cost much. A good quality cooling fan. I just bought a Quiet Pure Rock 2 CPU cooler for like $30 for one of my kids, which is good. If you're running a stock cooler, that's all it takes to get a cooler that will allow your CPU to run at 100% all day without issue. Assuming you have a desktop with sufficient space. If you're a laptop, there are less hardware-based solutions, and many gaming laptops come with cooling systems that are not up to the job, but there's stuff like undervolting and capping frame rates at driver level that work well. Happy to help you find the right solution, but you need to provide a lot more detail and to take to DMs if you want. It does sound like something might be up in your cooling system. Again, would need a lot more details to find the solution. I would start with what's your video card?
I would start with, are you using a desktop or a laptop? And then go from there. But he doesn't say either way. Yeah. Now I don't suggest, of course, ever trying to stream while playing on a laptop. That much. I mean, even with the newer laptop, I wouldn't try it. Yeah. As if anybody knows anything about how the industry rates their video cards, I'm just going to say a 3080, just, out of thin air. A 3080 video card that you put inside a PC and a 3080 chip that's inside a laptop are two completely different animals. They're not even close to being the same exact thing.
Yes,
and of course, the 3080 that comes with 3 big fans on the side of it could never fit inside of a laptop to get proper cooling for graphics. But a lot of times also your graphics pipes and your CPU pipes are sharing the same burden in a laptop. But again, he did not go ahead and disclose any of what he's using when it comes to that.
Yes.
As 3080 is not 3080M? What do you mean? No, you mean by the mobile? Yeah, I'm just going by various videos I've seen from Linus Tech Tips, because they go into the whole ratings of video cards between desktops, laptops, and even some of the desktop variants of the same exact card aren't exactly the same exact card. So you really have to be careful what you're doing out there, because there could be this kind of variation, between even the standard cards because of how the manufacturers do it. A lot of people just look at the number and go, "Oh yeah, that's a great card," but not always the same.
Yeah.
Not always the same. So yeah, I was hoping that maybe he would have eventually put some. This was posted last week, so we've been sitting on this for a couple of days.
Yeah. Well, we had other things to cover. Here, so I've got a. Are you using a desktop or a laptop? What's your video card, DX diag information, OS version? And I said some video cards have experienced massive problems with Shroud. Ask Laz about his Titan experience. Shroud is built using Unity 2018.4 and does not support things like ray tracing.
Are you putting that in there now?
That's my reply.
I haven't seen it. I'm waiting for it to refresh. There it is. Yeah, okay. There it is.
Yeah. There, refresh it because I added a line for assistance. We really need more detailed system specs and configurations to help. But yes.
Shroud is built on Unity Moses Edition.
Yes. But those are things to consider as far as what's going on. And like I know that like if he's using like the GeForce card, the GeForce Experience has options where you can like change a game profile and make it more backwards compatible or something like that. But yes, there's a lot of different things that could be done to assist the guy.
Yeah, my guess though is that he was changing something for something else and more likely to not push the limits of the machine. Again, without specs, it's really hard to say. As to the drivers thing from Ali, I mean, I've seen drivers do lots of weird things, but I don't think I've ever seen. First off, there aren't really any driver updates on a regular basis for a CPU. Okay. You buy your motherboard, you buy your CPU, you see if there's a BIOS update for it, you update that, and usually you're good to go. There really aren't any driver changes for a CPU that you worry about ever. I mean, when was the last time you had a CPU driver issue? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just basic stuff.
Occasionally it would be like that would actually cause more problems with, say, like between a hard drive speed and getting routed through the bus on the back end. So, and there would be a driver that you would have to update for that. Fucking Intel. Yes. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Getting rid of the GeForce Experience was the best thing going AMD. But back in the day, like before AMD acquired what was the name of that graphics company? It's now AMD as far as the video cards. ATI. The ATI had much worse bloatware than Nvidia did. Nvidia was the performance one.
I tell you what, though, that back in the day, ATI was my go-to. I mean, yeah.
For bloatware, yes.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
kind of like upgrade. In 1998, McAfee kicked ass as virus scan, and then 2003-ish, it was complete
No, I don't know
bloatware.
about that. I don't think I've ever intentionally installed McAfee personally, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
anybody ever own an ATI All-in-Wonder card? Raise your hands. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Talk about dating yourselves.
fuck.
Yeah.
I remember like driving all over Austin to go find a video card at this one computer repair shop where inside it was just two guys smoking behind a desk, paying $400 for what? It was a computer stop. Like two guys smoking behind a desk inside of their
Oh
computer
yeah.
repair shop. To buy what was the name of that? It wasn't Anpu. It wasn't Asus. It was started with an A, and maybe someone remembers that manufacturer. But yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago.
I had the same shop except in Orlando.
Oh
It was
yeah, yeah,
I had a straight-laced white guy and a smart-ass Oriental guy who were the owners of the store. And
yeah.
I would go there because there was really no such thing as going to, oh, what is that? Did I get timed out?
Probably.
Yeah. There was no going to like a Best Buy at the time for that stuff because it really wasn't that popular. Computers were still just up and coming, and they didn't carry that, so you had to go to your local computer store. And of course, the very first video card I bought that was a discrete card. I sort
Oh,
of sort of accidentally let the magic smoke out of. At least, yeah. That's that. Well, that's what happened. That's not what I told them happened.
whoopsies.
Yeah, I was
I
doing.
I I did fry a motherboard by crossing some jumpers.
Maybe you need jumper. Yes, the good
Yeah,
old
yeah,
days of. Does it work? Is it jumped right? What do you mean? Is it jumped right? You gotta
yeah.
take the card out and jump the pins to the proper locations. I mean, yeah, talk about having some fun. Having to buy your first sound blaster if you really wanted sound.
Yeah.
Discretion
Back in
is
the
the
days.
better part of valor. Yeah, yeah. Bought the video card, brought it home, and I realized I needed sound, so I went and bought a sound card. And while I was installing the sound card, I was doing something, and my screwdriver slipped, but somehow
Whoopsies.
I was still powered on, and yeah, let the magic smoke out of the video card, and all of a sudden everything went poof. So I went back
Well,
to the
at
store
least
and said, "This card you sold me doesn't work." And of course, there was no such thing as putting it on a bench with a microscope back then either. Yeah,
yeah.
they just put the box in the back, replaced it, and set me on my way and said, "Be more careful next time." Actually, at that point in time, I gotta admit that's when I started becoming proficient because at this point I was so friendly with those guys. They were like, "Listen, whenever you want to do upgrades, why don't you just bring your machine in, and we'll give you a table over here in the corner." So they just like let me use a corner of their bench, and I could do all my repairs right in the fucking shop, so I didn't have to drive home with a part, come back, So anytime I had problems, I would bring the box in, plug it up there, get the new part. We'd put it all in, and then we'd run the bench test right there, and I'd be a happy camper. And then I'd spend the next hour looking at the plastic Ziploc bags of all the shareware that were on the shelves and the new stuff that had come out because, that was back in the day where, you didn't have AAA titles everywhere either. You still had, it was like going to an old record store, bins and bins of shareware, hundreds and hundreds of discs. Of course,
Yep.
who's ever had the pleasure of installing Windows 95 with 13 floppy disks?
Floppies?
Yeah, 13 floppy disks. Getting to disk 12 and all of a sudden having an error and having to start all over again.
Or turning around and
yeah, Tina knows those days.
I actually tanked someone's a professor's Hewlett Packard Windows 3.1 machine, trying to help them improve the performance of it. Whoops. Yeah.
The good times. No viruses around. Yes.
Oh, there are still viruses. Or don't forget the Morris worm and the first internet worm.
Yeah, those people who put those shareware packages together made sure there was viruses. That's right.
Oh yeah.
More like there was no internet around 90% of the time. What was the speed of your first modem? Let me ask you that question.
300 bits per second.
300 baud. That's right.
Yeah.
And I paid like $200 for it at the time. Ludicrous.
So my first computer was an Apple II, right? That thing cost $3,000. In today's value, that would be a $15,000 computer.
Oh, absolutely.
And my house ended up having two Apple IIes and a 2C before getting into upgrading to PCs and stuff. It helps that my dad was a programmer, so he would frequently work from home. And yes, it was a community PC because I was like 5 when the first PC came home, or the first computer came home.
I started with a VIC-20.
Yeah.
A VIC-20. And then my first real PC was a dumpster dive. The guy I was working with, helping him out with his lawn business, is like, you want to go dumpster diving with me? And I'm like, what the hell is dumpster diving? He's like, man, you don't know what dumpster diving is? Oh, I got to show you. Yeah, and
which means Laz was also dumpster diving for credit card carbon copies.
No, yeah. And this guy knew all the computer stores in the area. I mean, we spent an afternoon. Oh, yeah. We took his lawn trailer, emptied all the lawn equipment off the trailer, and we came back literally with the whole bed of the trailer loaded. Printers, monitors, boxes, you name it,
Oh, yeah.
And it was just amazing the amount of stuff that they threw out. And I mean, we came home that day and we built like 4 PCs that actually functioned off of the stuff that was in the fucking trash. It was just incredible. It was incredible. And that was a Compaq 286 with 2 gigs of memory.
Wow, that was an $800 hard drive back in the day.
Yeah. I'm sorry, 2 megs of memory. 2 megs, not 2 gigs, 2 megs.
Yeah. But hey, let's go back to the Shroud news. Or actually, let us go over to the MooBot and close that and announce that Lomir getting another streamer bundle in his mail because he's still trying to resolve his computer. So congrats to Lomir. And congrats to Michael Berg. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, and today is a very, very slow Shroud news day because Laz only provided 3 topics for discussion, one of which was
Well, you should have still had several others open still, don't you?
I closed them.
Why? If we
I
haven't
closed all the
covered
brusque
them.
ones. I have no idea what we cover and what we don't. You think we both suffer from CRS?
There you go, Michael.
Because can you remember what we covered and what we haven't? No.
I can
And
tell
then
you what we
occasionally I'll be
haven't
like,
because I still have it open. I leave it open even over the weekends.
Which one? Yeah, no. Which one oh, here. I'll open that one back up because I know we haven't covered that one.
What, Port Harmony? Dulles
Yeah.
Bridge Outskirts Quests?
Yeah, those 2 I opened back up.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, the next 4 are related to Grusk.
Oh, those are gone. Yeah, those are gone.
Yeah,
We covered those. See?
Okay,
I can remember that.
And I actually have the Port Harmony one open twice. We'll close one of them.
Well,
Okay, so which one do you want to go to next?
Speaking of that, well, since you mentioned the Port Harmony,
they're all closed.
It's a quick one.
Okay. The Port Harmony gift weekly quest?
That's the one.
Yes. Not a bug report, as I'm not sure. In Port Harmony, after doing several quests, 3 of the NPCs give you a gift and tell you to keep the wrapping for next week for another gift. I did so, and I came to Port Harmony for the Visitor's Quest. I noticed the blue markers for Lucius and the innkeeper are back blue already, but the shopkeeper on the merchant docks not yet. Which would be strange, as all 3 should be on the same once per week schedule. Can anyone confirm that, or am I seeing things? No, Conjurer. Those daily and weekly quests, very few people do.
And nobody looks like they're willing to confirm nor deny.
Yes. Because this was posted November 21st. But it's also in the feedback section. But I would go ahead and file it as a bug report, because once you do it for one, it should remove the flag for the other 2 if you applied logic.
Logic?
I'm aware that Shroud logic is grasping and very inconsistently applied to all things, but it's probably going to be a logic problem related to the time and the flags for each of the NPCs. What do you think, Laz?
I don't know, because I really have never gotten into any of the dailies or weeklies, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Me either.
Yeah, it was, I barely have time to keep up with, just what we do here every day. And I've even pretty much just, stop stocking vendors at this point because I just don't have the motivation to do it. So if anybody notices that I have some vendors that seem to be lacking, just drop me a note and then I'll go out and restock them, because the mail system leaves a lot to be desired, and of course,
hey, remember that guy that owns Shroud said he was going to fix it.
You're going to get us a real mail system.
Yeah, because it was such shit.
And I'm really sick and tired of putting 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
It's fucking tedious. It's monotonous. It's boring. And Good luck on that update. Yeah, I know.
Well, you would need a developer to actually do those things.
You mean somebody who can write new code?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
modify code. Yes,
Absolutely.
and knows what a variable is. Because variables are hard. Yeah, what's a developer? Well, in this case, it would be someone that knows C# programming language and is very familiar with that, as well as Unity. Yes,
Absolutely.
not a developer that is proficient in, say, uh, COBOL. Those two wouldn't apply. Or a
No.
Rust developer. Or a Vue.js developer. No.
Now we need a
Yeah,
JavaScript developer
absolutely.
because, those web-based games.
Yeah, yes. Well, I mean, according to the leader of the BMC, this is a browser based game. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is, I'll take
Yes.
COBOL at this point. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And my first job was going to work in my dad's company and developing user interfaces in COBOL without getting through the college textbook while I was in high school on what recursion is.
Oh,
So
nice.
that was a fuck ton of lines of code because I didn't know what recursion was. Yeah. If only that topic was introduced and what a loop is or anything like that. But hey, what other things do we want to talk about?
How about this ship helm teleporter?
Let's see.
Which is in the wish list.
The feature request for a ship helm teleporter. Can we get a teleport option when clicking on the helm of a player's ship home, similar to other teleporters to pots like the hot air balloon ladder? When teleporting, can we get a load screen that is water sea based? So maybe an image of a port sea with possibly other ships somewhere on the horizon. For sound, add the waves crashing sound effect we hear when we near shoreline or on the docks. Ooh. Jackal, that all requires work.
Well, first off, before we get to that, I'd like a teleporter right here on the lot that would allow me
Yes.
to travel to. I guess that we already have those, don't we?
Well, well, we should get the ultra stupid, the ability to place on my lot the last location teleporter, the last scene or last zone.
Hmm.
You know, like they added to things like Castle Atos. It's like,
Return to scene. Yeah.
yeah, return to scene. It's like, why would you do that ever? That makes no sense. But yes, they did it anyways.
You just sort of gave me an idea.
What?
If we put a teleporter on the lot, every time we wanted to travel someplace, all we'd have to do is just change the destination of the teleporter to where we wanted to travel. And that would save us some scrolls, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Yeah, but I don't know where we would put that in this mess out here. I guess there's a little room right over there to the left, and put one right next to the house sign.
Yep.
Yeah, but again, he's looking for uh, at the helm of a player's ship home. The balloons are not something you can place in a home. They have to be placed in a POT. So
Yes.
you can't place those just on a lot anywhere. And let's go look at teleporters real quick.
In the add-on store?
Yeah.
In the crown shop? Okay.
Outdoor decorations. So we got
Yeah, there is no out teleporter that looks like a ship.
no, that's what he's not asking for one that looks like a ship. He's looking for one that
Yeah.
is on the helm of a ship. So
Yeah.
like where the steering is
But
on the ship would be a teleporter, right?
but if you look at the outdoor decorations that are boats, you have the longboat, which does not have a helm.
Okay, we're looking at teleporters.
Well, teleporters are to adventure scenes.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's what he's asking for here. Helmet of player's ship similar to teleporters to POTs, but he doesn't really specify what he wants to teleport to either. At that point, he just wants a teleporter from the ship's helm that will allow you to pick a POT. Jackal, you need to be a little
Something.
bit more specific there, I guess.
Yeah.
But the
It's something, man.
yeah, we got the castle tower teleporter, the bell tower teleporter, the tower teleporter. And where are the other ones? Don't we have the
Well, so that would be under let's go for town improvements and teleporters there. And if you look at the player owned town boat,
well, why doesn't that come up when I do teleporters? I mean, I
well,
did TELE, yeah.
because they don't have the word teleporter on there.
Ah, good point. You're right.
So the description doesn't include the word teleporter. And hold on, I got to take this call.
You're absolutely right. Is a balloon, boat, hatch, but these are all just for placing in the POTs. So, like, let's see, the player-owned town balloon with this mystical teleporter, which allows quick access to any of the NPC towns or player-owned towns as a destination. And then, of course, sign teleporters. Well, we know those can only be used inside towns and not actually on lots. But I'm going to wait for Jack to bring up the most wanted of all teleporters here in just a second. Teleport to all the places. That's right, Tina. Tell him. Teleport everywhere. So interesting that again that they call these teleporters, but there is not the word teleport in any of them whatsoever. Omir says maybe you can make one of the objects that are already on your lot into a teleporter. Well, that would be nice. It'd be nice if there was just a little magical something that would allow you to turn anything into a teleporter, like like the piano, and you sit at the piano and you get teleported to wherever it is that you need to go. An ancient sextant, says Morkin. Well, I don't know if that would help as a teleporter. That's more for navigational. The best tent. Yeah, I love watching Jack when he's on the phone and not talking with us sometimes. Looks like he's yelling at somebody. Like, God damn it, I'm working. Double click it and it works like a zone scroll. That would be interesting. I'm really trying to wait for Jack, but I don't know if I can wait for getting onto this next one. Is we'll give him another second here. That's what I said. He looks shouty. He looks like he's yelling at somebody. Got called last night at 11. It sucked. Fuck, somebody called me at 11 o'clock. I wouldn't be even answering the phone, let alone, giving them the time of day. Talk to the fucking machine, dude. Talk to the machine. Even when I carried a company phone, it was like, company phone's for company time, not for when I'm home. Yeah, well, does the job pay you for that additional money? Answer me that. If they do, then that's okay. If they don't, then it's not okay. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I know way too many people who are given a company phone and they're expected to answer it at all hours of the day, but they get no additional compensation for it. And it's like, And Tina, I know you is you've probably seen 1,000,001 of those videos of Toodaloo out there with the HR people trying to fucking do shit, and the girl goes, well, sorry, or the HR worker questioning why you're telecommuting from a beach, just why aren't you home? Well, what the fuck is the matter where I am? As long as I have an internet connection, I'm getting my job done, whether I'm doing it from a beach or whether I'm doing it from a hotel room or whether I'm doing it from a home office, doesn't matter, right? That's what telecommuting's all about. Heck, years ago, Jack even did several live streams from a balcony out in Hawaii. At least it doesn't happen often, too. Yeah. Yeah, he'll answer the phone any time of the day, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of a show, like now. All right, anyway. The ultimate teleporter would be the gate scroll. That's what it would be. I ain't got time to wait for Jack to get to that. And that's something that we've all asked for, we all want, we all need. Let me go mark a location so that I can go back there anytime, any place, anytime. Make it cost a little bit. That's fine. I don't care if it costs a little bit. Let me take a whole party with me. Open the gate up, let people walk through it. Let me send people to their doom. You took all the fun out of it when you decided not to do that kind of stuff, and that would be the ultimate in teleporters. Just have a little. Well, let's go over here for a second. Doom. And to me, this is even way too big. This here is way too big for what it needs to be. This blue Orby, that could be about half of its size, at least. Maybe even. I mean, this one's of course a little too small, but just has to have a little effect like that you can just put someplace. 1/3. There you go. And you could just make a teleporter like that, just a little blue glow that you can place just about anywhere in the world to teleport anywhere in the world. Why are we limited to these big clunky? I mean, these when it comes to it, again, teleporters. Actually, I'm going to take a quick run because this is probably one of the smallest of the teleporters. Maybe there's one right around the corner here. I forget. If not, it's right down the road here. Yeah, that's not it. Is that the smallest one? No, that's not it. That's a dungeon teleporter. All right, hang on while we get over here. Now, if you want teleporters for your lots, these are the smallest ones you can find. And I really think that we're stretching it. But yes, this is actually the smallest teleporter that can go on a lot, which is this double columned one, because this can be resized up and down just a titch that it actually can fit on the width of a row lot. But even at that, I mean, now this glow right here would be the perfect size for the gate. Okay, this would be perfect, but why do we need all this additional crap around it to make it a teleporter? All you needed was this little blue glow, and I didn't need to take up all this damn real estate to place a teleporter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just it's gotten out of hand. I mean, it's just way, way, way too much space for what little job it does. But and again, give me a gate scroll. They're moving right along. All you need is love. That's right. Tell them, Tina. Let's get back to the lot here because we're going to be winding on down. Yeah. Getting ready to close it out. This Jack's probably not going to make it back in time. And we got about 4 minutes. Oh, kitties. Here's my kitty. Yeah, all the kitties. Way too many cats, that's right. Alright, anyway. Let's get ready to close out the final giveaways of the day. Hopefully Jack is paying attention. What do you want, little girl? Come here. Yeah. Yeah, I got rid of the kitty cam, so I can't really show you her here. But hey, where did those Doritos go? Nom 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 nom. Let's get over to the MooBot and see who our final winner of the day is going to be. Only 4 people entered, so you all got really good chances. And that's not Rusty, that's Jewel. And they can't hear it because it's in my ear. But she got in trouble today because she's being a naughty girl. And she's going to freak out later when we have all these people over, because we're having a party here at the house today. But Knight Rider, you are the winner of the streamer bundle. Congratulations to you there, as we go ahead and get Knight Rider his streamer bundle. There's Knight Rider. There he is. I hate when that happens. That window comes up and I can't get to the bundles. And you are a wiener. And then we're going to pull our Steam key bundle. Let's poke Jack. If that gets his attention. Nope, that didn't get his attention because he doesn't hear anything because he has no earpiece in. Yeah, this is the yearly Christmas party at my residence here, and gonna have a whole load of people here. But closing out the final giveaway of the day, picking ourselves a winner, and the lovely Jigoku. Congratulations. Let us see what we've got out of the hat for you today. As we scroll on down and find you a mystery game key. And Jigoku, you are going to get yourself a copy of Dark Deity. Dark Deity on Steam. Let's go ahead and see how much that is. Ooh, nice. Dark Deity is $24.99, $25 game going out to Jigoku. So congratulations to you. You know, Jigoku, I'd be curious as to what the total tally is of the cost of all the games you've gotten off of us over the years. There you go. The Dark Deity going out to Jigoku. Congratulations to you. And of course, thank you all for being here because we do appreciate it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Getting close to $1,000, I'm sure. I'm sure absolutely close, if not over that. But meanwhile, we'll be back with more on Monday, right here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz. That's Jack. Say bye, Jack. And we are NBNN. Thanks, Light Rider. Have a great weekend, everybody. And we'll see you all on Monday.